Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Why? Because Tuesdays suck. I know I've beat this drum before, but everybody hates Mondays. Mondays are not your problem, people. You're not even awake. You still have your hangover on Monday. Tuesday's the day that really sucks. The week is still too early to be looking forward to the weekend, and yet the memories of the past weekend are not enough to get you through that day. God, Tuesdays. I hate you so. I'm going to start making Fuck Tuesday t-shirts. And people will be like, why? But anyhow, how you guys doing tonight? Hope you had a good day today or yesterday, whatever day that was. I haven't really been up that long. I didn't wake up till 8 o'clock tonight. I was up way too late yesterday. I stayed up till almost 1 in the afternoon. It's kind of a weird sentence. I was up to way too late. I was up till 1 in the afternoon. But for me, that was a long day. And so I ended up sleeping a long, long time and missed almost everything that happened today. So this should be a fun show. The only part I caught really was that Elizabeth Warren was at a Native American conference. And she apologized, y'all. She apologized for, what was it? She made mistakes as I've listened and I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful for the many conversations we've had together. This dirty bitch has no shame. God damn. Woman, you've lied for decades. Lied, not just made a mistake. You actually fucking lied. I had an argument with some moron on Twitter this morning, yesterday morning, about all this. And she didn't make a mistake. It's not like she misspelled a name somewhere. The bitch lied repeatedly. She told stories about how her paternal grandparents wouldn't let her parents even be together. So they had to run away and elope because her mom was Cherokee in Delaware. And her paternal grandparents were just so racist, they wouldn't let them be together. Her mom's as white as she is. Elizabeth Warren, bitch, you are so white. If you got any whiter, you would literally turn into milk. But you think you actually want us to believe you ever thought you had Native American ancestry? You look like Hitler's perfect kid. You look like his perfect idea of humanity. And you thought you had Native American blood? Kiss my ass. You knew better. You're a liar. But she's got the right politics, y'all. Thank you so much, Circus Zero, who says, make laugh, you gay-haired bastard son of a sailor. I will do my best. I turned down my speakers, man. I just scared the shit out of me. Not literally. I don't need to go change or anything. But this bitch is a liar. And she's been lying forever. And she thought fucking bitch actually took a DNA test. She like, look how Indian oops. My bad. Yeah, so there was that today. There was a lot of fun to be had with that because there's a lot of people defending her dumbass for this shit. And that's something I really don't get. And I let me rephrase that. I understand. Because the media who should have shamed this bitch into going away, they're just like, oh, it's an accident. She still got that one, what was it, 1064th Indian? Which what is that? Like her great grandpa once saw an Indian? The bitch is a liar, and they let her get away with something like that. This is the same media that every Halloween will bitch to us about cultural appropriation because somebody wears a sombrero or somebody's dressed in, what is those Japanese things called? That the geishas wear. Fuck. You know what I mean? The little Japanese dress or Chinese dress, whatever geishas are. I think they're Japanese. But a kimono, that's it. And they'll be like, oh my God, look at these people wearing this. This bitch actually used Native American status to get things for herself in life. She didn't just dress up in a costume for a day. And they fucking let this bitch just get away with it. Just let her get away with it. But hey, she wants communism, so we're not going to look at that shit. I'm not going to look at that shit. And then they turn around and they actually blame Donald Trump for it all. Donald Trump did this. There was a post on Twitter today from a muckety muck at the Huffington Post who actually said it was racist for people to call Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. It's racist. It's encouraging racism against Native Americans is what it said. That's what this crazy cunt said. It's encouraging racism against Native Americans to call Elizabeth Warren's white ass Pocahontas. That's the world, man. That's the world. Everything Donald Trump does is racist. So he pointed out she wasn't Indian, which is funny because he wasn't the one who started that. Donald Trump did not start that. It's been around for a while, but he gets credit for it because he was the one that shamed her into actually taking a DNA test. I don't understand. I mean, she was comfortable lying all this time. Why didn't she just lie about that too? I took a test. It says I was really, really Indian. I'm more Indian than Sitting Bull. Just something. I mean, why? Why did she suddenly be like, oh yeah, look, I'm, and they actually presented that as proof when it first came out. Yes, I don't know if you remember this, but when she first released her DNA test, they released it as proof she was Indian. That 1064th was proof she was Indian until people started mocking her ass for it. And then she was suddenly like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really Indian. My apologies. Indians, could you still send me money though? Because that's all she's about now is give me that money, y'all. Give me that money. I can't wait for her to say something about cultural appropriation because she's dumb enough to do it. And then to see the absolute backlash that comes from it. But the press, man, they were all in her court today. All in her court. Like, oh, she's so great. She's a twat. She's a dirty twat. And there goes my monetization. I was able to share my stream though, guys. If I was in some kind of lockbox, I'm out of it now. Yay. Not that that's going to do anything for me. What else do we have going on today? I forget. I know there was news. I know there was other things to talk about, but I got kind of sidetracked. Even though it's not just that I slept all day, I could have been reading news and stuff for the last couple of hours to be like, I have interesting stuff to talk to you about. And instead, I was watching a old true Hollywood story about Married with Children. And I love that show. I'm a fan of that show. I grew up watching it. And I still love everything about it, except for the last season. The last season got so gimmicky. And watching this show, I figured out why. They'd brought in all new producers and writers for the show. Like, oh, that's why it started sucking. But anyway, it hit my brain how sad it is. Look, I love the show Friends, but it is sad to me that Friends is so much more popular in rerun than Married with Children is. Married with Children should be on Netflix and like commanding millions of dollars the way Friends does. But even though Friends by today's standards is horribly, oh my God, I can't believe they said that because they make a gay joke here or there. Married with Children would absolutely make today's feminists and SJWs lose their goddamn minds. It would actually be worse than when it was originally on the air. When it was originally on the air, it did cause some controversy. And this was talked about again in the True Hollywood story, but I remember it from when it happened. This bitch here in Michigan, of all places, let her kids watch an episode of Married with Children. And it was an episode where Al went to get Peggy's favorite bra got discontinued. And it's her birthday, and she's all sad about it. So Al goes to, they didn't actually call it. It was a Fredericks of Hollywood knockoff. And him and Steve go there, and There's actually one scene where there's an old man walking around in a with his ass hanging out, and he's wearing garters, and it was a funny episode, but yeah, it was a little risque. But she let her little kids watch this, and she happened to catch a glimpse of him. Oh my God. So she lost her shit, and started writing all the advertisers. She was one of the boycotters, guys. Wrote advertising. I can't believe you're advertising on this. And she tries to end effect. She actually helped Married with Children become much more popular than it was at the time. But even by that standard, today's kids, why are these kids so fucking uptight? You're kids, for fuck's sake. And when I say kids, I'm talking, 20s. You're in your 20s. Why are you so fucking uptight in your 20s? That's not supposed to happen for another 40 years. What's wrong with you people? But I'm trying to imagine some of these fucking kids watching Married with Children. There was that video that Satsu talked about on Lords of the Night last night of this. I'm not going to call him a trans person. I refuse to. Of this guy telling us what you need to do if your friend comes out as trans to you, and you're basically just apparently supposed to surrender your whole life to them. They're the biggest, brightest, best thing ever. And excuse me. It's a really ridiculous thing. And it goes on to say, like if you accidentally dead name them or accidentally use the wrong pronoun, don't spend 15 minutes apologizing, because that puts the onus on the trans person to make you feel better. Like, Jesus, fuck, man. You're talking about your friend here, right? Anyway, I imagine that person watching Married with Children, that dude's head would literally explode. Fucking literally explode. Now, some people out there might be like, oh, why would you be like that, monkey? Why wouldn't you, if he identifies as trans, why wouldn't you accept him as trans? We can't exactly watch the video because, well, we can watch the video. We just can't listen to it. Hang on, let me clear my notifications and everything. Why are there more notifications? Drives me nuts to see any notifications and stuff. Anyway, so here, this is the guy we're talking about. The trans person that we're talking about. He's got a 5 o'clock fucking shadow. Putting on lipstick and, well, a gay shirt doesn't make you trans. That does not make you trans. And snapping, he snapped at us. You can't hear it, but somebody needs to tell him he needs to do spirit fingers. You see this? You gotta get their name right and their pronouns right. Shut the fuck up. You don't get to tell me that. And don't tell me you're trans when you won't even get your shaving down, for fuck's sake. I just imagine this guy watching Married with Children, and there's actually a great episode of Married with Children where Peggy starts to go out dancing with Marcy, because Marcy's been dumped by Steve at this point, and they go out dancing, and she hooks up with this guy. They don't do anything, but they become dancing partners, and it turns out he's gay. And we find this out because his husband goes to Al and complains, like, look, your wife is out with my husband all the time. And there's a great line there. He goes, you said husband? He goes, yeah. He goes, you're a guy, right? And there's a bunch of really cute little gay jokes in there. But Al ends up accepting the gay guy. It doesn't matter about it at all because, the gay guy cooks for him and Al doesn't get to eat it all. But there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there that, again, by today's standards, these little fuckers would just lose their head, because he actually, at the end of the episode, Al actually calls, or doesn't call the guy, just mentions that the guy's a homo. Oh, did he say homo? Did he say homo? No, you can't say homo. Oh man, it's such a great show, and do you guys realize how much Married with Children changed our society? it's a weird thing if you weren't a part of it, but if you go back to that time, Cosby was the biggest show, and all of the sitcoms that were on TV. The kids, they might not have been perfect, but they were as close to it as possible. That was always part of their storyline, is they might do something a little bit bad. They might cheat on a test or some stupid shit like that. And then they would all be about them learning the lesson. And then Married with Children comes along, and Bud's a horn dog, and Kelly's fucking everything that moves. And it was just such a change. There's so many things that wouldn't exist on television today if it wasn't for that show. And it was a perfect timing kind of thing. And it is just saddening to me that I think it should be forced. I think it should be in the school curriculum for all high school students. And I'm only half joking about that. I think it would help toughen them up, for one thing. I believe the word you were looking for is clean cut. I'm not sure what word you think I was looking for. Anyhow, best part of waking up is monkey on my phone. Thank you, Necro. I appreciate that. I just want to remind you, Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the channel, don't forget to like and share, guys. That's really, really helpful. And hi, Poppy. Hope you're well. And of course, if you can, monetary support is also always welcome, but not required. Trump is apparently mad at Anthony Scaramucci. I don't know why. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit why. I saw it kind of blowing up in several news outlets going, as always, Trump is being mean to a former friend. I don't know why. Kamala Harris uses fuzzy math to suggest her tax cut is paid for. Fuzzy math is not even close to an accurate description of what it takes to believe her shit is paid for. Our politicians are these guys. They come into office, or well, they go into the elections, and they talk about this shit like they know what they're talking about. And the sad thing is, it's not that hard for them to actually go out and like look, do a little bit of digging and be like, I can't keep giving people billions and billions and billions of dollars without raising billions and billions more than we're already collecting. I should probably figure that out. Danger says there's a reason the guy was called Mooch. Look, Trump gets mad at people who leave and then talk shit about him, and he talks shit back. And the press is always like, oh my God. You didn't have much. You really haven't had much of that with any other president. Any other president, when people leave office or leave the administrations, they don't turn around and, run to whatever tabloid, and by tabloid, I mean Washington Post, will listen to their story. So Trump is in a weird position there anyway. And look, he could be nicer about it. He could just ignore this shit. But he's Trump. So he, fires back and tells them to go fuck themselves. And the press is like, I can't believe Trump is such a dick about these things. I really can't believe it. Miley Cyrus spotted basically having sex with Caitlyn Carter in West Hollywood club. I feel like they should probably wash those seats then. Caitlyn Carter's all in on the Miley High Club. The Miley High Club. That's where we are, folks. Hours after dropping Slide Away, her dewy-eyed ballad, presumably about her breakup with husband Liam Hemsworth, Miley Cyrus was basically having sex with Carter at Soho House in West Hollywood on Friday, Page 6 is told. They were obsessed with each other. They couldn't keep their hands off each other. They were kissing and making out everywhere. In the bathroom, at the bar, in the middle of the floor. They were basically having sex. There's no question they're together. All I know about Miley Cyrus is I like the song, The Climb, and Party in the USA, of course. And that she's kind of a skanky bitch. And the other chick, I don't know. But you know what? I like to help. I like to educate. I like to help you guys know what's going on in the world around you. And apparently, in the world around you, Miley Cyrus is fingering people on dance floors. Now, they didn't actually say fingering. I threw that in myself because I don't want to sugarcoat it for you. Do you think she actually fingered her there? She probably did. I hope the other chick didn't finger her back because we saw the teeth that she has. Danger Spaces says, to be fair, I don't think there's been as much of an attempt to smear a president than Trump. Oh, that's true. That's absolutely true. No president has no president has faced what he's faced. That's just fact. Number one says, I bet they both had pruny fingers by the end of the night. Yeah, right. Jesus. Take it home. Just go home and fuck. Oh, look. Yeah, Miley Cyrus and this chick that they have the picture of with her, they're cute enough that I'd watch them have sex, I guess. Here, I'll bring up the picture. You guys can decide. And yes, I say that knowing Miley Cyrus is a skanky bitch. This is the kind of stuff we talk about on this show. See, I'd watch them make out. I would, but don't do it in public. I mean, I want to see it on a nice videotape in the comfort of my own home. But I don't know who she is. The blonde chick. What was her name again? I don't care. You should be careful. You're gonna end up with some herpaderp. I'm not saying that Miley has the herpaderp. I have no knowledge of that. I'm just saying she looked like she might have the hepatitis. She just looked like it. She got the hepatitis look. And I have nothing to base that on other than the fact she looked like she got hepatitis. At the very least. Maybe some herp, maybe some syphilis. You're going to come away with a scab. That's what I'm saying. Far says she looks cute, but she would be cuter if Miley didn't finger her on the dance floor. Now look, not far. I need you to listen to me just for a moment. That beautiful woman getting fingered by another woman is art, depending on what woman's doing it, of course. And like I said, I'd still watch Miley do it. Just yeah, you're right. Not on the dance floor because nobody needs to see that. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of pictures of Matthew Perry for some reason. Has he got an old ad or something? People are so you can't get old and fat in Hollywood because they'll make stories about you getting old and fat. Jeffrey Epstein signed his will just 2 days before he died. Oh, and just in time for this kind of story. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
You missed us talking about Miley Cyrus real quick. How do you feel about Miley Cyrus finger banging a chick on a dance floor?
Did she seriously do that?
Well, we don't know if she did it. The quote is they were basically having sex.
Oh, I don't care. It's just another attempt by Miley Cyrus to stay relevant. She tries too hard.
I think I support it. I just hope that other chick has body condoms and lots of vaccines.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. Miley's cute, but she tries too hard. She's just trying to get attention. I'm pretty sure her publicist is just like somebody that used to work for Madonna.
That's right. Allegedly. I don't know that anybody caught a finger or a disease. I'm just saying both are possible. Anyhow.
No, I mean, it got kind of try hard like 5 years ago.
Well, she had that new video out with her teethy pussy thing. That right there is like, yeah, you're trying way too hard.
Yeah, she needs to dial it back a little.
Plus, that video and that song, because that song was something like My Mother's Daughter or something like that.
Yeah,
she's basically calling her mom a dirty whore too. That's not cool.
Yeah, that I don't think that's what she was going for, but that is kind of how it sounded.
It's exactly what I mean. No, I don't think that's what she was going for at all. I think she was. I'm proud to be my mom's daughter. But then as she sings, she's singing about being a whore. Okay, not a whore, a slut.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Her mom's kind of hot still.
yeah, I have this theory that she's being kept pretty by hepatitis.
Oh,
I think there's a lot of hep in that family.
I don't know. Her family seems like they're fairly normal. Because like Billy Ray seems like just a normal Southerner. He doesn't. I don't think
these
that,
days.
well,
If you
yeah,
go back to his achy breaky heart days, he was kind of a.
yeah. I don't remember him too much from back then. I hated that song. They played it all
Don't
the
tear my
time.
heart. Yeah, way too. It was a catchy song, but they played it
Yeah,
way too much. Way too much.
yeah. I probably would have liked it if it hadn't been on every third song. So, no,
And
I
you
mean, I
could.
got nothing against their family or anything. She seems just like a lot of what she does, I think, is for publicity purposes, and a lot of it just comes off as very try hard and pseudo edgy to get in the news and make all the little Twitter kids all fired up and argue about it.
I think she probably ate some pussy that night, and
Probably.
probably passed a sore on her too.
Uh,
Because
uh, yeah, I
she
don't know about that, but
she's a dirty hoe. That's all I'm saying.
she kind of has that image, doesn't she? And
Like
the whole split with her husband thing was like, wow, this got angry fast.
it did. And before, see, I'm going back to before that. Remember her swinging, coming in like a wrecking ball. She really tried to take the Madonna route, but Madonna had already done it.
Yeah, she tried
There's,
to take the next logical step from that.
but you can't even do it. I mean, there's nothing Madonna didn't do. Madonna even had a book called Sex. It was just pictures of her naked.
Yeah, and erotica where she tried to do the bondage thing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you can't do the Madonna. And Miley, I haven't seen her actually do anything worse than Madonna.
No,
She's
it's just a more modern take on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but unfortunately, a lot of that's been done kind of to death. So
Yep.
it comes off looking try hard. And I think
Same.
if her publicist was real smart, she'd have Miley clean up her act, like disappear for like 6 months, say she was in a rehab and really she's at some beach or whatever,
Yeah.
and just lay low for a little while and then come out as a Trump supporter. And that will get her name in the news faster than anything else.
Oh, it absolutely would.
But unfortunately, Miley, like so many Californians, is a huge lefty. So it would go against everything she stands for. But if she came out as a Trump, wearing a Trump 2020 shirt, I guarantee you that would cause 1,000 times more controversy than any of the dumb shit she's doing now.
And it would get that whole country audience to buy her latest album. Hi, Vanilla Bear.
Exactly. If she dropped a country album at the same time saying she's voting for Trump, dude, those record sales would be astronomical.
Yep. You're absolutely right. The other try hard that they really should look at Miley and go, okay, we need to do this, is Lady Gaga. Because Lady Gaga can't sing worth the fuck, y'all. She can barely keep a tune. And she had, all her edgy music. Look how gay I am. But she always had to do something to get attention, like her meat dress. Bitch actually wore a dress made out of meat.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It was. And from there, she's moved on to like where she went on to American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Is that the name of that show? And then she had that movie that was out just recently.
Oh yeah, the remake movie about the singers. Yeah.
Yeah, and she got great reviews and stuff for that. And because of that, I think you're actually getting to see more of who she is in a better, she's going to have more longevity with that. And Miley can already Disney act. Put her, clean up her act a little bit. Get her into a movie or two that's not hoary. And stop trying to go the Madonna route because it's been done. It's only edgy the first time.
Yeah, I mean Samantha Fox and Madonna really beat that one
Oh
into the
God, yeah.
ground. So yeah, trends swing back around and you could try it again in like 20 years or whatever, but she missed the generational mark for that. People were already doing that, like Britney Spears and some of
Mhm.
the others.
And they did it a little classier. Her and Christina and even to some effect Pink.
Yeah.
They were a little more classy with their sexuality stuff. So although I have seen Britney's Beaver and I'd look at it again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Except for that weird time when she was kind of fat and bald. She's a good looking chick.
Yeah, the bald I could do without. And our definitions of fat don't match up. So
Yeah,
now,
well, you like them chubby. Yeah, what can I say?
no, look, even by some standards, I would say I do tend to prefer what some people would call chubby, little overweight.
A few extra pounds.
A few
Yeah.
extra pounds. Yeah, I like some curves, man. I do. Anyhow, the reason I said I was happy to see it, well, besides it's you, nice to see you, Jack.
Nice to see you too.
But I said that you came in at the right time because it's Jeffrey Epstein time.
Oh boy.
We have a couple of stories on Jeffrey.
First, I'd like to clarify that we're both not sad.
Very not sad. I'm the exact opposite of sad, which is alive without 2 bullet holes in the back of my head from my own hand.
Yes.
Jeffrey Epstein signed his will just 2 days before his suicide. Now,
that's convenient.
When I heard this story, I'm like, okay, I mean, if he was planning to do it, that kind of makes sense. But then Scribe said something that's like, you're right. He didn't do this before the first attempt. He didn't sign a will before the first attempt, but he did before this one. That seems fishy. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not sad about it. I just think it's
no. I'm not sad. It's just probably something good. Let's go with that. On the Streamlabs, thank you, Circus Zero, for the generous donation. Make me laugh, you bad comic reading mofo. I always try to make you laugh, Circus Zero. Thank you very much for the donation.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to donate to Jack. His link is below, and it'll pop up in the chat there from time to time. Nuts has been doing a great job of throwing them up there for us.
Thank you, Stargazer.
Thank you, Nuts. Love you, sweetie.
And you can support Monkey monthly on Patreon.
Indeed, you may. There's a weird thing that's happening, Jack. I expected Epstein to just kind of drop out of the media, and for the most part, it has. There's especially once the coroner came out and like, no, it was suicide. But we keep getting just these little stupid stories about him now.
Yeah, there's still just enough interest that the faucet hasn't been shut off completely yet. And I think from time to time, we're going to have these little nuggets popping up, but only the people that are looking for it are going to find them.
Well, I saw a story last night, and I thought that's what this one over here was, but no, this is a whole different one. So I have 3 stories to talk about Epstein. This one is Jeffrey Epstein was sent 3 12-year-old French girls as a birthday gift.
That's a creepy, slightly hairy gift. French
Jeffrey Epstein.
Hits.
Jeffrey Epstein once had 3 12-year-old girls from poor families flown in from France as a sick birthday present for himself, according to newly unearthed court documents. Now, I will say, we say we're not sad, and I'm really not sad. But I'm actually really glad he's dead. I would have liked to seen him go and have to face trial and name all the people that he helped do this with.
Yeah.
But I'm not sad that he's dead. Because fuck that guy.
Jesus, that wasn't a gift from Roman Polanski. Jesus. No, this is the type of guy that Corey Feldman was warning people about. The kind of like powerful elite. We all know that powerful people could get away with stuff, but this guy got away with being a kitty diddler for way too long. And I am horrified that nobody took him out before now. Because if I was one of these kids' parents and I found out about it, it would be my life mission.
Yep. No, Far. It wasn't a birthday gift for the girls. It was for him. It was. He had them flown in for him. Find me some poor people in France who'll trade their daughters for some money. What a sick fuck, man. So yeah, I'm absolutely not at all sorry he's dead.
No, and even for the girls, this was the worst birthday ever, even if it wasn't their birthday.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck.
I mean, how many victims did this guy have? I mean, just of him, not to mention his creepy, pervy friends.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
Not sad. Bill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, we'll never know. And that accusation will be hanging over anyone involved, even if they did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what their level of involvement was, but Epstein did. And now that he's dead, those people are under a cloud of suspicion the rest of their lives, even if they are mega powerful elitists.
Russian bot says, will they keep the case going and pursue the other pedophiles so justice for his victims is finally delivered? I hope so, but I don't have a lot of faith.
Yeah, I won't hold my breath on that. This will all go away. Almost everything they took off that island is in the bottom of the Atlantic somewhere.
Yeah, they oops, it fell overboard.
Yeah, we hit some turbulence. You're on a boat, waves, turbulent waves.
There was a hurricane.
We had to go through the Bermuda Triangle. It was mysterious.
Don Lemon.
yeah, Don Lemon's black hole. From the plane specifically, not the other one. Swallowed up all the evidence.
I have so many things going through my mind. One, let me get to that other story I read. I don't have it up, but there was a story out that when he was in jail the first time back when he had his
sweetheart deal,
18-month sentence where he was allowed out of jail 6 days a week for 12 hours a day or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He apparently bought panties in the prison commissary. Little girl panties.
How did that even happen?
I don't know, but it was a story that was in the New York Post yesterday sometime. That's what I meant by like these little weird stories keep popping up. But that's the part that bothers me the most about this Jack. That sweetheart deal he got. Now we know that these shitbags get away with stuff.
Yeah.
But they had him dead to rights, man.
Was he held in Japan? No, Mr.
They gave him a deal that was just outrageous.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
So he either gave them something that they're not talking about, like something massively big, like he had like videotapes that were handed over or flash drives or something. But I don't think he did. I think he just had enough dirt on the people around that were prosecuting him that they just gave. Plus, they go light on rich people anyway. So he threw a big pile of money or blackmailed someone and got a sweet deal. It was disgusting, the deal they gave him. And all those people should be ashamed of themselves and fired from their jobs. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah, the one dude who was in charge of that, who worked for Trump, he went away. And frankly, I think he should be investigated. Like, why would you give him such a deal? Seriously. What did he have on you?
Right?
Hey, Barry, let me know if you want to link, bud. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. But that deal, man, how did that happen? The only thing I can think, like, look, okay, so they gave him that deal last time, and he made it through prison. This time it looked like he was actually going, and they ended up killing him. I feel like there's a trade-off there somewhere.
Yeah, he had something on somebody. That's the only thing I can think of, is that he either had something on somebody in the prosecutor's office at a high level, or they just didn't care because he's a rich, powerful person. The rules don't apply to rich people the same way they do to us plebes.
And And that's, I get what you're saying there, but I can't help but think that there was not even necessarily somebody in that prosecutor's office, but somebody from up on high was like, let this one go. Let
Yeah,
this
I
one.
mean, he got to somebody, or it's probably a combination of people that he had visit his island that were in a position of power, uh, giving the suggestion, and the fact that he's a rich, famous person.
Yeah.
How many times do we have to watch rich people get off the hook before we just admit that there is a favoritism? Like the justice system is a two-tier system, one for the nobility and one for the rest of us peasants.
I have no answer. I mean, it should be so obvious. Oh, anyway. Apparently Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes have broken up.
I still don't care. I hate Jamie Foxx. I think that guy's a piece of shit.
Poor Katie Holmes, man. She was so cute, and she hooks up with Tom Cruise's crazy ass, and then Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, and it didn't even help her career that much in either case.
No.
I mean, I'm sure she's got plenty of money, so she doesn't have to work anymore. But man, her streak of bad luck is something else.
Yeah, you should just go lesbian, honey. Go find Miley Cyrus.
Or come over to my house.
You don't want that anymore. It's destroyed.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's got Scientology all over it.
Yeah, that's true. I got some thetans for you, honey.
Let me check your thetan levels. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for her. Hollywood really screws people up.
It does, especially young, pretty women, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what Hollywood does to them, but Jesus, it's a casting couch.
Yeah, it's a meat grinder. I feel bad for any aspiring actress because their lives are going to be just disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be messed up. And a lot of these guys out there in Hollywood are weirdo pervs. So not only do you have to deal with that, you have to deal with like trying to get a job and staying young and beautiful. It doesn't seem like it's worth what they're, even with the money, it's not worth the psychological damage.
I just hate how it takes these beautiful young ladies and turns them into, they all come out looking like heroin addicts, because they probably are.
Yeah.
But it just destroys them. If you look at Angelina Jolie when she was younger, oh, she was so beautiful. And now she looks like she's got AIDS and a heroin addiction.
No, she's just trying to look good for her man.
Oh, who's her man? Satan?
No, I don't know. Maybe she's kind of dark and weird. I'd kind of bang her, but
see, not anymore. Like I said, back in the day when she first came on the scene, when she still had flesh on her bones. Now she's got that Eugenia Cooley look. And it's just,
yeah, she's working on that, but I don't know. She's got all those kids that I don't need that many porters running around carrying her baggage. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerous says that's not fair, Ranting Monkey. There are other drugs that people can be addicted to. That's true, but heroin tends to make people thin. Remember the whole heroin chic from back in the 90s, man?
Unfortunately,
these women would purposefully get addicted to fucking heroin so they could stay nice and thin and be models.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful time, man. It's a beautiful time.
You can't all look like Fiona Apple, okay, guys? Those kind of only come around once a generation.
Okay, Jack, we got to talk about Beto O'Rourke for a minute.
Is he eating more magic dirt?
No. This time he said something he said something so dumb, I actually looked to make sure there was a blue check mark. I commented to this post with that exact sentence. And I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. This is so dumb. I actually looked to make sure there was a blue check mark. So it wasn't a parody account. He said insulin costs $450 a month. An AR-15 costs $395 for a lifetime. It shouldn't be more affordable to kill than to stay alive.
What gun show is he going to? I want to get one for $395. Holy fuck.
Well, there's that. And then there's the fact he's talking about buying a gun versus buying a consumable item. Even how cheap do you think insulin should be so that it stays under the cost of the lifetime cost of a gun?
Well, first of all, he's really dumb. Second, so I can kind of forgive that because I don't think he's had to buy anything for himself ever, because he's always had mommy and daddy's trust fund or his wife to buy stuff for him. So he's just making up numbers. And secondly, insulin should not be that expensive, but I don't know.
Well, I'm all for helping to get, prescription drug costs down and all that. However, even then, even no matter what it ends up costing, say you get it down to $10 a month. Well, that's $120 a year. By his math for that gun, it's going to take less than 4 years for insulin to still cost more than the lifetime of that gun.
Yeah.
Because the gun is a lifetime thing.
Yeah, but he's really dumb, Monkey.
I don't understand why anybody's still paying attention to him.
I don't either. I think it's hilarious.
And he's going up in the polls.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe there's a Downsy demographic we haven't considered.
The Democratic Downsies.
Yeah, like maybe they're pulling specifically at group homes or something. I can't explain it. The guy he says shit that is just unbelievably stupid every time, and he still manages to keep floating around. He's like that unflushable turd.
You're not wrong. It's just so weird that he would think like that, and there's not somebody go stop. It's not like Trump tweeting out something that's insulting to somebody, and you go, hey, maybe that's not presidential. It's like this. What you're typing is actually fucking retarded.
Yeah,
stop.
Yeah, he has
what
no
are you
room
doing?
to complain about tweets anymore.
It's just weird, man. It's so fucking weird that this guy is getting any kind of attention. And when is the next debate? It's sometime in September. I don't know if Beto has made the cut. I know he was close. I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic, and when I had the flex pens, I would have to pay like $800 a month for it. Damn, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I'm not trying to be dismissive there, but yeah, I know, man. I know. Trust me, I know medicines are expensive. Mine aren't even all that expensive, and Bernie Sanders wants to fix the wage stagnation problem by getting rid of college debt. I'm not sure how those two things go together, but today he tweeted out, the millennial generation was told the only way they would get good jobs is if they received a college education. That turned out to be dead wrong. Wages for the average college graduate have stagnated. It's time to hit the reset button. Now, you notice nowhere in there did he say anything about debt. Not a fucking word about debt. But his article that he linked is all about how if we get rid of student debt, it I don't know, helps with stagnation. His theory, and he's not wrong with it, is that if you get rid of debt, then your stagnant wages mean more to you. If you don't have to pay $100 a month for whatever debt you incurred, then that's another $100 you can spend elsewhere. He's not wrong about that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fix stagnating wages.
No, that doesn't even have anything to do with that.
No, it's what we call misdirection. It's like, look, And you know what, Bernie, you were one of the people who were telling people that. So suck my dick, you lying fuck. You're still telling people that. Except for now you're telling them you're going to give them the college free.
Yeah, which is unsustainable and impossible to pull off anyway, because you still have to have revenue to pay people wages. Yeah, well, he's a communist. He doesn't understand how economics work.
Yeah, good old commie Bernie. I can't decide if I really we discussed this yesterday, Jack. I can't decide if I want one of these really strong commies to go against Trump, or I kind of want Warren, but then I kind of want Beto, because Beto's a moron, and I think Trump against Beto would be one of the funniest things ever. I think that could be amazing.
The comedy value would definitely go on for years.
But I think it would be almost as funny to have him against Warren. Him against Warren would be amazing. Them up there on the debate stage and Trump reminding her that she took a DNA test because of him.
You know, it'd be funny is if he walked out during the debate dressed like a cowboy.
Right? Or even better, as an Indian. Ramen says, what? They're insulting millennials again? No, he wasn't insulting them. He was talking about how they got screwed by people who told him that he's not wrong about that part when he says that millennials were told the only way they were going to get good jobs is with college, and that a lot of them who went to college come out and aren't getting any. They're going to work at Walmart. I know. I used to hire them.
Yeah. Especially if you end up with some degree that ends up being worthless. There's a lot of degrees that are just not worth if you're trying to get a degree to get a job. You need to go into like a STEM field instead of like a social field.
Yeah. And don't think every time somebody says millennial that they're being insulting, man. Especially not if it's coming from somebody like Bernie, who that's his bread and butter. If it wasn't for millennials, nobody would listen to him. If Trump took a DNA test and was more native than Warren, I think I would die of laughter. I wonder if he's done that. And it's just like holding it back. That would be fucking amazing. Because even if he was 1/532, is that what it would be? Yeah, he'd still be twice as much. Thank you, ex Bubba Hotep over on the Streamlabs. A short analogy: if you shoot yourself in the leg, your leg will mean more to you. Fuck super chats. This was not allowed to be said. Why? YouTube, fix your shit. Sorry,
use the word shoot. That's why.
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Bubba Hotep, thank you so much for the donations. And yeah, hey, I'm not going to complain. Streamlabs works out better for creators. So if you can use that, I appreciate it if you do. Plus, it's a good way to help Jack out.
Yeah, I like money.
Because he doesn't get super chats here. Oh, man. Hiccups. Man. I do, though. I can't tell if I want him against a communist because he is a firm capitalist.
Yeah.
Or against Beto, because I think the Beto won't be great. I would love to see Trump give Tucker face in the middle of a debate.
Right.
Just be like, the fuck is he talking about? Oh man. Plus Beto, if you've watched him in the debates, man, he doesn't give answers. During the first debate, he was on the first stage, I believe. And they repeatedly asked him to just answer the question after he spoke for 2 minutes.
He's kind of a vapid person. I don't think he knows any answers. He just has like little speeches.
Well, yeah, we've talked about that part too. But I mean, he doesn't even know what he believes. He's one of these politicians that's running this time who, you guys tell me what I should believe. How about you go find out what you believe and come back and tell me? Just gotta throw that out there as a possibility. Frosted Glass had actually tagged you and Inquisitor and Polly on this one, but I saw it earlier. Disney and Marvel need to stop being afraid of political art. I read through the story. I'm not going to read it because it's from the Mary Sue. I'll throw it in the chat if you guys want to check it out. But the basic gist of this is that Disney and Marvel have been afraid to do anything political, Jack.
Oh, and that's what's happening.
And they shouldn't be, because comics have always been pretty political. Like, okay, you know what? That part's not necessarily wrong. But if you're suggesting they're not being the SJ, because what they really mean in that article is that they should be social justice warriors.
Of course.
And if you're suggesting that they're not doing that already, you're either not paying attention, you've had a massive head injury, or you're actually retarded.
Yeah, they went from having allegories and subtle storylines with political leanings to outright fighting the wage gap. And
oh my God, that would be the greatest comic book villain ever, the wage gap.
No, they did that in an issue of X-Men. They fought the wage gap in India.
But was it a person?
No, but that would have been amazing. It would have to be a white man.
Oh, of course. And it can say gap across his crotch.
Yeah. As he's man-spreading, you can only read it when he man-spreads.
I can't even say it. It's a shit rag, but that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bastion of stupidity is what it is.
That's what makes it entertaining.
Oh, dude, they have an article on Keanu. I don't even know what this. I just saw his picture. I saw a video yesterday. It was a commercial on the YouTube. It's for some shooting course where somebody teaches you to shoot. And it's a really cool thing, because the people who run this range, they're actually the ones who worked with Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry for John Wick 3.
Oh.
And they have footage of Halle Berry with guns actually firing them. She looks hot as fuck with a gun. I'm not going to lie, man. She was cute anyway. But wandering around with I don't know my guns. I'm not going to pretend I do. But with this little semi-automatic rifle, just tearing that place up. Like, damn. That makes me want to do dirty things to her again. And I haven't thought about her that way since Swordfish.
Well, she hasn't done a lot that was very sexy since Swordfish.
Her boobs were so disappointing.
Yeah, she's got weird boobs.
I can't remember if we actually saw her boobs in The Last Boy Scout. But she strips in there, but I don't remember if we see titty.
I don't remember. I know they're in that movie with Billy Bob Thornton. Something monsters, Gods and Monsters.
Oh, I never saw that one. I don't watch very much with Billy Bob Thornton in it. Like, I never saw Sling Blade, which was a really big movie at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw it.
That's okay.
The only one I know I've seen with him, I saw Armageddon, and I saw Bad Santa, which really disappointed me.
Yeah.
Miles says it's Monster Ball.
Monster Ball. Thank you. I knew it had monster in it.
And Hate Camel threw us that same thing. Bad Santa could have been a great movie, but they needed somebody who could write funny shit. They just tried way too hard to. They tried too hard to make it edgy, and that never works. But anyway, yeah, if you get to see the ad, and I wish I would have saved it or found it, the actual ad itself, instead of it just playing on my video. It was awesome, man. She is hot as fuck running around with that gun, because she has a pistol at one point, and then she has that rifle, and she is badass with it, dude. She's fucking badass. I saw the clip. Sig Sauer, is that how you say it? Sauer? I don't know.
Yeah.
MPX carbine, if I remember right. She looked hot as shit, didn't she? Demo. Oh man, take a beautiful woman and teach her how to shoot. That's awesome looking. What else we got going on today? How'd your day go, Jack?
I had a really long day. I had to go to the landfill twice, and I was exhausted after that. And then I had to move a bunch of stuff to a storage unit. And then I had to take a bunch of stuff to recycling. So I was really worn out.
Have you slept yet?
Sleep is weakness entering the body, monkey.
It's not an answer.
That's a no.
Damn, man. When we stopped talking, I came back in. Did I have? I don't know if I even had a cigarette. Sat down for a minute. I was like, no, I need to go to bed. And I went and I actually slept. It was great. I didn't wake up one time, and I slept for like 7 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't do that very often. Thank you, Snubberearth, who says, not funny, haha, funny queer. It's a gem, monkey. Is that from the movie?
I think he was talking about the movie.
Especially if we're talking about bad sound, I was so disappointed in that movie. It was a good setup for a movie. But yeah, it just wasn't funny. Oh, I was so upset. Like, you missed so many opportunities.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, this is going back to, did you see David Duke had endorsed Tulsi Gabbard?
No.
Because David Duke's an asshole, a racist asshole. If I was him, I would, just to be an asshole, I would throw my support behind every Democratic candidate. Like, oh, you're gonna say that if I support them, that means they support me? Well, let's do this. That was such a bullshit claim from the media. David Duke supports Donald Trump. Like, okay. Does Trump support him back? No. Then shut the fuck up, because it's meaningless.
Yeah. Well, they can't let it go.
Yeah. The what is that? New Jersey woman sleeps with a knife after Stephen King's creation lands in backyard. Okay. It's a nightmare come true. A creepy clown doll mysteriously flew into a New Jersey mom's backyard, prompting the freaked out woman to call the police, torch the toy, and sleep with a knife. Well, okay.
It's a bit of an overreaction.
It is, but you got to see the picture of this thing. I don't know if I'd call the police, but I would certainly burn the fucking thing. That's creepy as shit.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking creepy.
Anyhow, so yeah, she freaked out over it. Now she sleeps with a knife, Jack.
Well, I don't think a knife's going to get you very far, but, I don't want to get that close to the scary clown people, but, yeah, I definitely would have got rid of that thing. That's pretty creepy. Although somebody probably spent about $20 on that licensed merchandise.
I didn't want to torch it. I just yelled for my boyfriend to come check it out. Her boyfriend immediately recognized it as the It Clown. At others' urging, she called the cops, who suggested she destroy it. So that's why I burned it. No one wants a doll with satanic writing hanging out in their property.
Hey, the cop strolled in. He's like, yeah, what you got here is a cursed haunted doll. And what you got to do is put a ring of salt around it and then light it on fire, and that'll cleanse the area. Then burn some white sage for 2 days. And then he went back home. He's like, all right, I'm going to lunch. Fuck this.
Thank you, Michael, who says, what? Avatars? Indeed.
Yeah, they just added them. It's awesome.
They finally added them so you guys can see who's speaking and when, because our voices aren't enough to tell you. I feel like, what if burning it sets the evil spirit within free?
Well, there's nothing beats the cleansing power of fire, from what I've seen. It stops witches. It stops haunted houses. It gets rid of lots of problems. So it's a very purifying force in the elemental nature of it,
I see what you're saying, but I think maybe a better idea would be to have thrown it in somebody else's yard that you don't like.
Yeah, it's like a squirrel though. You have to drive it 4 or 5 miles out and get rid of it so it doesn't find its way back to your house.
I think she set it free, and now freaky shit's going to happen at her house.
Maybe, but that's what she has that knife for. That may have been blessed by a priest.
Listen to Jack and burn it. No, you don't burn it. I feel like that's asking for trouble. You're burning a demon essentially, and that's they come from hell. You think fire is going to bother them? See, I think people have been doing it wrong this whole time. Don't fire. Fire's wrong. You need a different element, Jack. You need the power of wind or rain. Something else besides fire. These things come from the depths of hell, for fuck's sake. It's the demon killing knife from Supernatural. Okay, fair enough. Clowns come from hell? No, Ramen. The evil clown from that somehow made its way into her yard from a toy store.
See, I would just drop it off at a Catholic church and let them deal with it. They know how to deal with that shit. Just set it on a pew and walk away.
I'd have thrown it in the trash, probably.
Yeah.
I would. She called the cops, man.
That's a bit of an overreaction.
A bit?
She may have some kind of clown phobia. That's an actual thing. But I think calling the cops over like a random toy being in your yard is a bit much. Now, if you got rid of it and another one showed up like 4 hours later and the first one wasn't in the trash can anymore, then you could call the cops because that thing's haunted.
Dude, you know, if I was okay, let's in theory, let's say one of her neighbors just decided to fuck with her. I would put a new one around her property every day for like a month.
Yeah. If you're messing with someone, it's a financial investment, but
yes,
it's definitely worthwhile.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not recommending that behavior, but if you want to that would be a great way to torture somebody without torturing them, without doing, touching them at all.
That's how you get your neighbor to move.
Right. Yeah, just leave a creepy little doll on their porch every morning. Oh, goodness. Can't believe she called the cops. She's probably the one that calls the cops on kids selling lemonade.
Probably.
She thinks the cops are there for everything she needs. I'm out of tampons. Bring me one.
Oh my God, Zelthor's right. That's exactly what Polly does. He throws things in people's yards every night. This is why Jason Momoa tried to go after his childhood girlfriend.
That's right.
A girl crush, whatever.
You can't fuck with people like that. It makes them crazy.
Yeah, and unstable people do crazy shit.
I've always been lucky. We've never had like horrible neighbors I didn't like.
Yeah, it sucks.
When we lived in the apartment, there was one dude who was just way too loud. But if you asked him to turn it down, he was very kind. He's very nice about it. Yeah. Oh, sure. Sorry, I didn't realize I had it up so much. He was just wasted all the time. So he'd light up and then turn up the music. Every time he went down, his fucking place just stunk of skunk, man. Just so bad. Ooh. So either he was lighting up or he actually had skunks. Either way, he wasn't supposed to be doing that in the apartment. And then on the other side of us, because that was right below us, and then to our left, there was a couple that occasionally had big yelling, screaming fits at each other. Never that came to blows or anything, so it was just them yelling. But otherwise, we always had pretty decent neighbors as far as that kind of stuff went. I think my neighbor might have died.
Yeah?
Yeah, he hasn't been at his house in a couple of weeks, and his grass is getting long, which is like against his religion. So either he like is on a extended vacation somewhere, or yeah.
Well, that's not good either way.
He passed away or something. Yeah, he's an asshole, and I don't want him to die because he is an asshole, man. He had a pool, an in-ground swimming pool, and he filled it in, Jack. He filled it in because, and I quote, it was the only reason his kids and grandkids came to see him.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's like, fuck y'all, and filled that bitch in.
I don't want you people coming over.
I was like, oh my God. I don't even know how to deal with somebody like that.
Did his wife go missing around the same time?
No, she's passed a long time.
Oh.
But if he wasn't such a dick, his family would probably come visit him for him. But yeah, it was a nice pool too, man. Demo. He really did that. Filled the whole fucking thing in. He didn't fill it in with cement, so it could be dug up, I guess, and used again. But yeah, it's under a whole bunch of dirt right now.
Kind of childish.
Yeah.
Of course, that's probably why they don't want to visit him anyway.
I know quite a few old people like that who I don't want to say they seem entitled, but they almost like, I'm entitled to your attention.
Yeah.
Like, not if you're a dick. Pools can be expensive and a liability nightmare. Sure, but he already had the pool. And
see, all my loud neighbors, most of them have been pretty cool. I lived next to this Hindu guy that would play club music all the time, like Indian club music. So I got to hear a lot of like DJ Punjabi blasting at like 3 a.m. But I can sleep through anything, so it didn't bother me at all.
Oh, gotcha.
And he was actually a really cool guy. He had like all these messed up medical problems, and because of that, instead of getting medication, he just drank a lot. So he'd be passed out on his porch half the time. And
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
To say two things in chat. Dangerous says that's a massive step up from taking your ball and going home, right?
Yeah.
And Backscan says, not gonna lie, that makes me feel sorry for him more than anything. And I do see that side of it.
Yeah.
But again, he was a dick, man, just a fucking dick. He's the kind of guy that would fill in a swimming pool to spite his family.
That's sad.
Yeah.
He was probably secretly hurt by that, but at the same time, he was being an asshole, and he probably didn't even realize he was being an asshole, or he just didn't care.
I get being hurt by it, but here's the thing. His family still came over and visited him after he filled the damn thing in. So that obviously wasn't true.
Yeah.
It was just something they enjoyed while they were there. But he got it in his head that that's the only reason they came over. I mean, his grandkids are the ones who came over and mowed his yard, and they didn't do it for money. They just came over to help grandpa out.
Wow.
And he's a douche, man.
That's pathetic.
That's why I'm glad that he actually lives far enough away that I don't have to deal with him very often. And then my neighbor on the other side, I can't even see his house except for in the wintertime. When all the leaves fall off.
Yeah.
Occasionally I can see his house. But yeah, it's nice. That's the part that, when people, you need to move, monkey. I'm like, I get that. I do. I need to live in a flat house with good cable. But that's hard to find anywhere in a city where you can't even see your fucking neighbors.
Oh, so true.
Don't get me wrong. I like my neighbor on the other side. He's a nice guy. He's always been very kind to me and my family. And I'm just glad he's over there.
Well, yeah, that's why he's nice and you get along, because he's so away from you.
When we first moved in, the dick neighbor, we moved in and I mowed the lawn the first time. He comes over to me and he tells me, I'm so glad you guys moved in. The last people didn't mow their lawn enough. I'm like, oh, you're going to be fun to live with, aren't you?
We're going to get along great.
Especially because the only reason I mowed the lawn is because Lady Monkey wants it done. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the lawn. I really don't. The only time I care about is like if Little Butt's coming, I want to have a place for her to play out there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't give a fuck.
I won't have a lawn. I'd pave the whole thing and have a parking lot.
It would be nice if I could. Just I don't care about it at all. It looks pretty like when it's just been mowed and everything, and
Ugh,
the
but the
smell of
upkeep,
fresh cut grass is nice. But yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Got a weed whack and edge and geez, no, just get rid of it all.
what a waste of a day. You're
I
gonna
know,
spend an
right?
entire day mowing and weed whacking and edging, and then somebody wants flowers, and you're like, bitch, plant your own flowers. And then you end up doing it anyway.
That's the thing. My neighbor, that's because he's retired and older. He spent all his day out in his garden. I'm just like, cannot think of something I would like to do less as an old person.
Right? Oh yes, I would like to get up and down on my hands and knees around pointy trowels and
Uh-huh.
possibly have a heart attack while attempting to dig up my lawn. No, what a waste of time.
Rama says, where I live, mowing service costs comes with the rent. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'd rather pay an extra $20 or whatever.
But that's for rent. I own my house, so I have to do that shit myself or pay somebody to do it,
Yeah.
which we did last year. The guy that used to do it though can't do it anymore because he lives like a county over, and we were his only client over here, and it wasn't worth it to drive.
Yeah. Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, X Bubba Hotep, in regards to the creepy clown. Well, to be fair, this could have been Polly when he didn't have any bottles left. That's a fair point.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was? That would be great.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Pete says some old people like doing it. I understand it, and I was going to make a dirty joke there because that's true too. They like gardening, and if I ever get that way, I just want somebody to shoot me. Grandpa, what are you going to do today? I'm going to go plant flowers.
Yeah, that does sound torturous. I've done some gardening before, and I was like, this is a waste of time.
Yes.
Pay that. And like Dangerous Spaces even said, you could rent out the parking spots.
Apparently, I'm roboting. Sorry, guys. Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't let us adjust the bandwidth anymore to try and fight the roboting. It's just gonna have to put up with a little bit of it, unfortunately.
Eagle says The Godfather. I don't know what that. Did I miss a reference? Oh, at the end when what's his name dies in his garden, I suppose.
Yeah, see, another reason not to garden.
That's gonna kill you.
Yeah. If you want to garden, instead of planting flowers, plant something you can eat.
I've never been somebody who likes doing that shit.
Me either.
Plus, I mean, I didn't grow up in the middle of the woods and that kind of shit. And old people, they used to have to plant stuff so they could eat during the Great Depression and that shit. So I'm okay. Just pave it all over. I don't care.
Yeah. My grandparents both had gardens. My parents had gardens. I just don't want to deal with that unless I have to. I could do it, but I don't want to. My buddy's real into homesteading. He's got a big garden. He had chickens for a while.
Now, I'll tell you this. If I ever get very rich, I would love to have my own labyrinth maze made.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sweet.
That would be awesome. I love looking at that kind of stuff. It's very pretty, but if I had to do it myself, nah, fuck that, man. Plus, anytime you plant flowers, some kid is going to walk through them.
Yeah.
These kids are assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing nicer than sitting out in your garden with a cold beer on a summer evening. Bert, have you tried sex before?
No, I mean, it's a nice experience, but I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Well, and this goes to the whole mowing stuff too. Yeah, when my yard has been mowed and it's nice, and we'll sit out on the deck, and I don't drink beer, but sit out on the deck and just look at it and watch the sun go down, and That's a nice way to spend a evening. One, and then I need something else in my life. I can't just sit and watch the sunset every day. It's pretty, but yeah, it's hard to hold a beard, but it's hard to hold a beer during sex. I get you.
Yeah, you know what makes the sunset even better? A blowjob.
Indeed. Now, see, I would do that every day. Sit out there and get a blowjob watching the sun go down.
Yeah, see, that would be amazing. Especially if you had something nice, cool to drink as well.
Bird says, okay, you got me. There are some things nicer. Anytime I hear somebody say, there's nothing nicer than this or nothing more fun than this, my first thing is, have you tried sex? Because if so, I don't think you're doing it right. Oh, we had another one of those idiots. What was his thing? What's worse than heartbreak? You know, where they put their picture up and then say that stupid shit.
Oh God, yeah.
I hope those people get their heart broken. Is that wrong?
Probably a little bit, but I don't really care.
I hope somebody just tore your heart out and stomped that fucker, because Jesus Christ, you're a whiny bitch. Is there anything worse? Sure. You want to discuss my current situation with medical things? Hey, Frank, would you rather have your heart broke or be a cripple?
Right? You know what's worse than heartbreak? Diabetes.
AIDS.
Yeah. Ebola, the flesh-eating virus, tuberculosis.
Miley Cyrus fingering you on a dance floor?
No, I'm kind of into that.
I'd watch it, but I still think that girl's going to get hepatitis.
Let's see. West Nile virus. Being trapped in a foreign country where you don't speak the language and you don't have a dictionary or cell phone.
Being featured in one of those Feed the Kids commercials because you wake up every day with nothing and hope that UNICEF brings you a bowl of rice once a month. How about that? Oh, God. What's worse than heartbreak? Look, yeah, it sucks getting your heart broke, but stop being a puss, man. And especially, you're a dude. You're a fucking dude. Those women who are doing it, I get it. They want the attention. Plus, women are overly emotional to begin with. Oh, I want to talk about that in just a second. But you're a fucking man. Be a man, motherfucker. I feel like Don Corleone. Be a man. I want to do that to so many people. Just grab them by their lapel and slap them and tell them to be a man. But apparently that's toxic masculinity, telling men to be men.
Yeah. Plus, if you did that to Don Lemon, he might caress your mustache with his lemon juices.
Probably. Oh. No, I was watching
That's worse than heartbreak, too, by the way.
Indeed. Having Don Lemon put his ball juice on your mustache.
Oh, man, that's just so gross. Sorry, I derailed what you were saying.
No, it's fine. Because, yeah, that happened, or supposedly, allegedly happened. No, I was watching something where they were talking about how women don't get believed when they go into the hospital. When they go into the hospital and complain of pain, they're not believed. And they think it's because people think women are overly dramatic. But they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they just are. You still need to do your job as a doctor and make sure you're not sending. My mother-in-law went to the doctor. She just changed her shirt and she felt a pop and her shoulder just started hurting really bad. She went to the doctor and she went to the emergency room and they're like, "You're fine," and sent her home. She had broken her collarbone.
Jesus.
Yeah. Time to drink some milk, Grandma. Throwing that out there. But yeah, she just moved wrong and snapped her collarbone. And I remember my wife was talking to because my mother-in-law was like, she's going to pay the bill and everything. And my wife's like, "No, you're not. You're not paying the bill for that emergency room visit." So my wife got on the phone with them. She's like, "She's not paying this." And they go, "Yeah, no, she doesn't have to pay that." It'll be okay. We'll wipe
Please,
that off.
please don't sue us.
Right. I was like, fuck that. You guys should sue. They sent her home
Absolutely.
with a broken ass bone. They didn't even check. They didn't
Yeah,
even fucking
that's
check.
a kind of shitty emergency room is that?
Oh, dude, we have stories up here. All of the hospitals around here have been I don't know if they've made national headlines, but they could have. There was one where a guy had a wrong foot amputated.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stumpy's gonna be rich.
Yeah, I don't know whatever happened with him. That was that was actually the hospital two of my children were born in.
That's terrifying.
Right? At least they didn't fuck that. Yeah, they amputated the wrong foot. Like, how do you do that? I mean, I would imagine there was something wrong with the foot, visibly.
Yes, he probably had to have both of his other foot taken off anyway, because that's the one that was supposed to be removed.
Yep. He ended up with two fake feet. Thank you, Snowstorm. I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hill. Nothing to see here, folks. Totally not a hitman. Thank you so much. Yeah. The hospitals around here, they've gotten a lot better. I haven't seen one of those kind of stories in a while. So either they've gotten much better at keeping it quiet, or they had a new medical system come in and buy up all the hospitals. And you really haven't seen that for a while. Well, thank you, Snowstorm, again, who says, how do you do that with surgery? Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of those bigger ones have stronger oversight and better quality control. So there is some benefit to having like ProMedica or one of the university ones pick it up.
What's funny up here now, because anything you go in for at the local hospital, they like double and triple check with you all along. They check your little bracelet that they give you all along. Because they did have one of those too at one of the hospitals around here where they did the wrong surgeries for two guys. It wasn't quite the, remove something that was easily fixed, but Mr. A got Mr. B's surgery and Mr. B got Mr. A's surgery.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather they have triple redundancy and be slightly annoying about it than not have it and take something out that I needed.
Yeah, people up here, they get mad about it. Like, why I'm here. Like, they really don't. You know how many people they see each day? It'd be easy to confuse that shit. Just shut up and let them do their job.
Yeah.
Old women don't drink milk because they're tired of swallowing white liquids.
Gross.
Thank you, Snowstorm. Last one, there was a guy who ate his cut off foot. What?
Gross.
It's disgusting.
And kind of cannibalism.
Dax says switch surgeries would be horrible, especially if it was a sex reassignment surgery. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was something like one dude has appendix out and the other dude was a hernia thing. I don't remember exactly what it was. They weren't major surgeries. They were just minor things that were easily corrected. But yeah, everybody's like, it's time to get the hospitals fixed.
The bad news is your surgery didn't go quite as planned. The good news is you don't need to worry about appendicitis anymore.
Good morning, Bear.
Hello.
I heard appendicitis and just screamed appendicitis.
I heard you.
Hold on, let me get my headphones in.
Get your headphones in.
I wasn't expecting you to drag me in so quickly.
What are you suggesting, sir?
That you have the same reaction time as Bloodwing.
Well, thank you for that.
Good morning. How are we?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you very much for asking me. Oh, fuck. I have to mute the stream. There we are. There we go. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, I was just about to tell a story about when the hospital up here fucked up with me. And this was actually under the new system, Jack. They're the ones who sent me home with pneumonia and told me I had diabetic indigestion.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy poop on a stick.
I don't like doctors in hospitals because One, it's all guesswork. They're always guessing. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're hoping that they're right.
Now, you say that, mate, but at least in the US, you can hold those motherfuckers accountable for it.
Oh, sure.
Not over here.
What happens over there? They just like, oops, sorry.
No, they just let your baby die and then throw it in the furnace to heat the hospital.
Oh, well, that's recycling.
Yes, it
Was
is
it a
recycling.
baby witch?
And by the way, I'm not joking about that particular story.
I'm sure you're not.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I've never liked doctors because it is all guesswork. And look, there's certain things that they can like check for, like, do you have pneumonia? Oh, yes, you do. But like I said, in that case, I was in there complaining of chest pain and couldn't breathe, and their answer was diabetic indigestion.
Yeah, that's pretty lazy.
Yeah. And the only way I found out I had pneumonia that time is because I went to a different ER the next night because I'm like, this isn't right. There's something wrong. They sent me home too with no diagnosis. And I got a call from my doctor 2 days later asking me how I was doing with pneumonia or with my pneumonia.
Yeah.
I'm like, with my what? And they hadn't prescribed me anything.
So they didn't diagnose you with anything?
No.
You had a phone call the next day. How you getting on with your pneumonia?
It was a couple days. It was 2 days later that, my doctor called me.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, how's the pneumonia going? I'm like, what pneumonia? And he goes, weren't you in the ER 2 days ago? I'm like, yeah. And they didn't tell you had pneumonia? I'm like, no. He goes, what medicine did they give you? I said, none. He goes, you need to come see me right now. I'm like, yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that you have a doctor, your personal doctor's like that. My personal doctor's like that as well. He's the only person in the entire NHS that I trust.
Yeah, unfortunately, my doctor's not a doctor anymore. He's retired. He was forcibly retired.
Oh,
because he was using medicine.
Because what? Because he was using medicine.
Yeah. He was.
More to that story.
He was dipping into his own stash, kind of thing. He was writing his own prescriptions, kind of thing.
Oh, getting high on your own supply.
Indeed, and I didn't care because he was a great doctor. I was like, fuck it. You guys need to let him get as high as he wants to and bring him back.
Yeah, everyone's got their own vice, Some people with cigarettes, other people with alcohol, some people with meth.
This is the man. I've told you guys how this all started with my neck, right? Just I felt a pain in my back that came through to my ribs and it made it so I couldn't breathe. And I told him that, and he goes, that is a nerve problem. We need to get you a specialist right now. That's how good he was as a doctor. Just from me telling him that little bit, he knew there was something seriously wrong and that it was nerve related. And they got rid of him because he took a couple opioids. I give a fuck about him and his opioids. If Dr. House wants to take his fucking Vicodin, let him. He's a good doctor.
Well, you know why they do that shit, do they? They have to do things like that. But that's a crying fucking shame. It really is. It sounds like he's a fantastic doctor. My doctor's great. He won't really let me leave without some form of diagnosis, or at least step onto a ladder to actually go get a diagnosis.
Yeah, the doctor I have now, man, she's a moron. She's just
sat there guessing.
She's just a straight moron, man. I look at her, I'm like, there's nothing behind your eyes, is there? This is my family doctor, not my neurologist is great. She's wonderful, but this one's like, you're gonna go home and watch Supernatural, aren't you?
My doctor lets me tell him everything,
and
lets me take a guess to what it might be. He'll actually sit there and educate your ass as well while you're doing it.
Or is it more like, hi, everybody. So what do you think is wrong with you?
Yes, no, he's good. He won't interrupt you. He won't sit there like just making assumptions or talking down to you. He actually speaks to you like you're a human being. A lot of doctors in the NHS don't do that. They treat you
Ryan
like
says,
a friggin' baby.
Ryan says, good doctors finger you like Miley Cyrus. No. That's how you get scabs. No, my doctor, they actually have this thing now where I go, you tell them your symptoms and they type it in and it looks for what might be wrong with you. They basically do it by WebMD.
Yeah, NHS doctors, to be fair, like doctors have to remember a lot of shit, you know?
Well, that's fine. But like I said, my old doctor, he didn't need to look up shit. I told him what the pain was. And like, you have a problem, a serious nerve problem. We need to get it fixed. This one, I go in there with a cough. Like, you got a cough. How do you spell cough? What is that? Hey, motherfucker, I like supernatural. We gonna fight. You can like supernatural. You're not a doctor, though.
WebMD is an interesting website, isn't it?
WebMD should. Jake just said at WebMD you have cancer. That's what it should be called. It should be called You Have Cancer MD.
It told me I had the plague.
Did you?
No, I just had a cold.
Was it a cold with the plague?
Are you sure? I mean, you are British. Didn't it start over there?
Well, I think one of the forms of the plague did.
See?
I think. I don't know because obviously it spread by fleas jumping onto rats, didn't it? And they can obviously get onto boats and stuff like that, and then the spreads everywhere.
Yeah, WebMD is horrible. You should never trust that thing because WebMD does the opposite of what you should do. Because what the big thing,
you shouldn't try to diagnose yourself.
Occam's razor, most likely, that's what they should go with, and instead they're chasing zebras. Everybody has cancer. You have they gave you the choice of the plague, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they were like, it's either a cold, the flu, cancer, or the Black Plague.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, right.
I'd like to spin again instead.
Do I get a choice here? Do I have to press a button or something?
Oh man, yeah, WebMD is horrible. Plus, especially for hypochondriacs, man.
Yeah, it's not good. Oh, it's like hypochondriacs are what's actually destroying the NHS, because now the NHS has to spend the majority of their budget on these signs they put up in hospitals and local doctor surgeries and stuff that basically teaches people to self-medicate if they're like, have a cold, or, don't bother going to see a doctor if, you've had a cough for like a couple of days or something. It needs to be like 3 weeks or more and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one of the problems. They when Obamacare first came, they're like, it's not going to cost anymore. And then everybody thought they had free medical care. So for like 6 months, everybody and their mom just ran to the doctor with every minor problem they had.
Yeah.
It's like, no, sometimes, you're just human. You'll be fine. Lay down, rest. You'll be fine.
Old people cause problems for the health service as well, because old people they're like children, they're petri dishes of disease. Did
you say old people are the petri dishes? What?
Well, old people were very similar to children, aren't they? Except that, they don't have the energy and they are dying.
True. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying there. Lower immune system and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why anytime there's like some break, like E. coli, for the most part, doesn't do a lot to people unless you're old or really young. The rest of us just shit a lot.
By the way, I love this monkey.
I tasted my own cum. Yeah.
I've played that a few times.
Fuck.
I just sit there playing that at night to help me sleep.
I was talking about something. I didn't say that myself.
It doesn't matter because that's what SoundPad is for. There's plenty of sound clips of me.
Yes, that's what quote mining is for.
Exactly. I mean, listen to this one.
Yeah, I never liked bacon. I was a little Jew.
See?
Shit.
I've got a few,
I want to do something fat.
See?
You just made Diet Pepsi go up into my nasal cavity.
You know, I'm glad you're suffering because last night Drunkle said something, and I was taking a sip of my drink from a pint glass, and I just strawed all over myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. I was sleeping. I was up way too late. I didn't go to sleep till 1 o'clock my time.
That's all right, mate. I know. I know you're not you're an unwell man.
Well, yeah, in many ways.
Mm. Yeah, I actually looked like I'd pissed myself because I just gobbed it all down my front.
Johnny, that wasn't me saying that. That was a clip. That was me. We were talking about videos that are out on the internet because we were talking about the gay community being mad that they're getting treated like us. And I was like, no, they're not getting treated like us. They still get away with shit. And there's actually a video out there with that title. I'm not saying it again. You can use the clip.
Yeah. There is a guy whose video is basically tasting. It's his own cum, isn't it?
Yes. Tasting his own.
That's
dirty
horrendous.
bastard.
I mean, if you just want to dip your finger in once, you should keep that to yourself. But if you're just drinking it on a daily basis, that's all kinds of fucked up.
That's not something I'm even the least bit interested in. But if you are going to do it, yeah, keep it to yourself. Don't make a fucking video on it. And then YouTube. Are you fucking kidding me? That's allowed?
Yeah, that's so I can't make a 1 hour video exposing a fat piece of shit for spreading misinformation about mental health. Like, that's not advertiser friendly. Even though I didn't swear in the video at all, I didn't really call the guy names. I just pointed out that he is an unqualified guy who's very manipulative and gaslights people. But if you want to drink your own cum in a video, guys, that's advertiser friendly.
Yeah. Because and it is because of the gay tube.
Gay tube.
What kind of commercials get put on that?
Oh no.
Crackers.
No, wet wipes.
After
wet wipe commercials.
After dinner mints. God damn it.
Condiments of sorts.
Probably Coke. The top tier. Disney. That kind of shit.
Oh no!
Look, we saw during that whole thing where they were bringing in the, what are they called, trusted flaggers?
Yeah.
Do you remember where there was that leak of the paper telling the people how they're supposed to judge videos and stuff? Yeah. And it actually said on there not to delete anything from gay creators.
But good thing you're a lesbian.
I know, right? But they still, slap me around.
How do they identify them? Like, obviously, a lot of gay people, especially on YouTube, are very flamboyant, and they have that. Hi, how's it going? Oh my god! Stop it, glitter.
How do you know if they're a gay YouTuber? They will tell you. Very much like vegans. How do you know? They'll tell you.
That is true. So in order for us to get monetized, we just have to pretend to be gay. I mean, I'm bi-curious, so I just go, hi, I'm Alex, I'm bi-curious.
I'm lesbian.
I'm here to not only fuck your wife, but your husband too.
And then give your pronouns.
And then, I'm, I still can't decide on my pronouns. I have pronouns for Lord Bear,
Well, your pronouns don't even have to match anything, so your pronouns could be him, her.
Yeah, your pronouns could even be pronoun fluid.
Yeah, indeed.
Pronoun fluid. Oh, can I ask a question while we're here?
Always.
Bunty King. Nice guy. Wow. I like him. He's been on a couple of live streams before. He's been on Ghost Poo in the past stuff. What the fuck is going on with him these days? He has pronouns in his profile now, and I don't know whether he's being ironic or whatever.
I haven't actually watched him since about 3 months before Medicare did his video about him. Because I stopped.
Video, yeah.
I stopped watching or following him on Twitter because his stuff was getting fucking weird. He was always just, can't we all get along bullshit. And so I stopped and I forgot about him completely. And then the gym video came up. I'm like, I'm glad I stopped watching. And then I forgot about him again until you just mentioned him.
Well, all I know, because I see this on Twitter pretty much every day, is that he's obviously games, going on about games a lot, which is, whatever. Fair enough. If that's what you want to do, I have no problem with that. I know that he's streaming like a lot to Twitch and stuff, but he's got into a spot of drama with Nick Diorio, Augie RFC, and Boblax. I'm sure you at least recognize one of those names, Monkey. I don't know.
None of them sound familiar.
They are associates of Tommy C.
Okay.
Yeah, and they've been poking at him. They've been poking at him for a little while, and he's had a couple of little sort of angry moments on Twitch and stuff, and made some. I don't know if they're questionable decisions, man, because like asking for like donations and stuff like on a stream, that's standard fare, really. But I don't know. So something seems really off with him. And I'm not criticizing him for it, because the last couple of months, like, I've been getting a bit agitated and stuff like that. Even though I know I should just be backing away for a little bit and just, not letting shit get on top of me. But he's just continually allowing it to get on top of him, I just don't know what's going on with him. I don't get that, because he's a nice guy, but
I lost interest in him. There was some argument that he was part of where he just went basically SJW, and I don't give a fuck, don't care. I don't want to see this crap, and I just stopped following him, and I haven't thought about him since. Guys, don't forget, Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the channel here, there's a like button, there's a share button, there's Streamlabs and super chats. There's I was going to call it a plague. What's it called, Jack? My monthly thing, Patreon.
Yeah.
And t-shirts. But don't just support me. Support the gentleman on the dais. Jack and Bear both have ways to support them that they'll throw into chat when they do it.
But more importantly, support Ranting Monkey, guys. Smash that fucking like button. Share the stream to all your favorite social media platforms, including Discord. And do it in other people's Discord and at everyone, because mods love it when you do that. And give the man some shekels. He needs your help. He needs your help today.
If there's somebody you don't like, share the stream with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it'll make them like you and touch your pee-pee in ways that'll blow your mind. Anyhow, no, you just reminded me I haven't chilled in a while, so I needed to do that.
There you go.
I did see Jim, Mr. Anti-Bully /
he
Mr. Medicator,
got yeeted off of D Live, didn't he?
Got kicked off D Live, yeah. With what he said, the way he said it, it's hard to tell. It said with 110K worth of Lino. So I'm thinking that's just 110K Lino, which comes out. Satsu told me it's a couple, like $100 or something over that, a little over that, which seems low for Jim.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how much he actually lost on that deal, but yeah, they're pulling a YouTube and apparently just keeping it.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I don't know if he's been able to get in contact with them at all or what.
D Live has been a little bit suspect anyway. We knew it was a suspect when we set up accounts over there. After they yeeted Alex Jones off of the platform. Well,
people have it in their mind that it's a free speech platform, and they're not. They've never claimed to be.
I did say that. A couple of people, again, the same people that I mentioned before, like Augie and Nick Diorio, was like, they never presented themselves as a free speech platform.
They didn't. It was just somewhere else to go besides Twitch, because Twitch is a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah. And, I just pointed that out to them,
Circus says that his account has been restored. Cool.
Oh, okay.
I do recommend, if you're on D Live, if you're a creator over there, whenever you can, cash out. Every chance you get, cash out. Because you don't want to be like Streamy and suddenly you log on one day and it's gone.
Yeah. I don't think D Live will last, if I'm honest with you.
I'm not sure. I don't know what their numbers look like. I haven't been paying any attention to it. I know Satsu streams over there every time we stream, except for Lords of the Night. But every time we game stream, he dual streams it.
Yeah,
I'm just fine with YouTube. I really am. YouTube's they have a bunch of problems, but at least they're a stable platform.
Yeah, and it's a lot less likely that you'll just be yeeted. I know, which is actually kind of messed up. When you think about it, you know, we did it, you know, we obviously nobody could stream to VidMe because obviously when VidMe didn't have a streaming pop, you know, but that disappeared, you know, and you could make money on there. And suddenly yeet. Then we did it with StreamMe, and then suddenly yeet. And Twitch is a bit of a naughty platform, in my opinion. You know, there's always that chance that one of their staff will come along to your stream and not like you and just boot you off the fucking platform. You know?
Yeah, it seems to be a trend over there.
Yeah, it really does. I did do a video on that, but people are like, go to Mixer, and I'm like, do you really want to go to Mixer though? Those terms of service, you know, they're damn close to Sharia law. Although I'm not sure how well they enforce those, because Lion Maker, you guys remember Lion Maker, don't you? The pedo Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh yeah.
They let him on there.
Wow.
I don't know if he's still on there, but he went there because I remember a YouTuber kind of like exposing him, you know, for being over there, like last year. And I don't believe they booted him off. I'll have to have a look actually. I actually created a Mixer account just so I could watch someone stream the other day. And I tell you what, the actual joining up process is so frigging annoying.
Oh, I agree. I got one when what's his name moved over there. Real quick, Sleepy Doodle says, Ranting Monkey, Amazing Atheist made a video on voter ID saying it's voter suppression. Can't believe I thought that guy was sensible. Somebody had sent me that video, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. I'm not shocked. Not at all. And if you think voter ID is voter suppression, then you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, but the argument's being raised over here at the moment as well, by the way.
I'm not shocked. It's a good way to paint people as racist.
See, the search bar, look how low down the search bar is.
You got against the low search bar.
Well, it should be at the top.
Why?
Because all websites have search bars at the top. Yeah, Line Maker's still on there.
But
still playing Minecraft.
Doesn't have to be at the top.
It should be. For my convenience. I like the look of Mixer. It's very pretty.
It's all right. It's I wasn't. To me, it wasn't that much different than Twitch or anything else. I mean,
I think it's better looking than Twitch.
They all have the same basic format.
Well, and also the one thing I do have to give Mixer credit for is that they don't just like have all the top streams and streamers at the very top, you know. They actually give people a bit of a chance, and they have like a stream account that's called like Hype Station or something like that goes around promoting all the streams. Like it doesn't, even if you've got like one viewer, it does it. So I think there's a I wouldn't say equal chance, but you have more of a chance to at least gain an audience and grow on there, which is a lot, you know, better than Twitch. But the fucking TOS is a bit tight.
Hang on. I'm inviting Badger if he wants to come on. He doesn't remember, Badger. You don't have to take the link, but it'll be there for you if you want it. Dorky sent me an article, and it's one we actually read the other day on Lords of the Night, but it's a cute one, so we're gonna take a look at it.
You'd say Dorky?
Yeah,
that's in the Australian girl.
Yeah,
where the fuck has she been?
Dorkor, I don't know, but she showed up yesterday and she was here today, so.
There she is.
Dorky.
Where the fuck have you been?
I don't know. I didn't ask her. I figured it was none of my business.
I just did, and I'm making it my personal business. I'm taking it personally.
No, why are you saying sorry, Dorky? No, it's a wonderful story that I think is more at home on this show than that one. Anti-sex toilets will soak users with water jets and sound alarm.
Yes, Wales had this on Ghost Poo last night. It's fantastic, isn't it?
The new loos. Oh, go ahead.
The new loos. I made the suggestion instead of this, because spraying them with water is not going to be enough. It won't be able to stop the Welsh from fucking sheep. It just won't. They should just have dicks that come out of the walls and just start spooging all over you.
It's like a glory hole in Glasgow, then, isn't it?
Well, it's Wales.
The new loos in the Welsh town of Portcall are also designed to prevent antisocial behaviors such as vandalism and drug taking. The seaside town is planning to install public toilets that will stop sexual activity by spraying amorous occupants with water and sounding an alarm. The toilets have weight-sensitive floors to make sure only one person is using each cubicle at a time. This is the first problem I have with this.
So fat guys are going to set that off all the time.
You think?
Yeah.
What standard do they use for how much weight you can put in there? That's
well, yeah. Question. I mean, what if it's two midgets?
What if it's an American tourist, for fuck's sake?
Or what if it's just a Welsh person?
I don't know how. See, I don't know the Wales enough to know if they're like as fat as we are.
There are three types of Welsh person. Okay, there are your tanks, like rugby players, because rugby's really, really big over there, and all the rugby players are huge, built like barn doors, you know. Then you've got your normal, just your average weight individual, and then your fatties. There is no in between.
Well, the very next sentence is my favorite sentence of this whole article.
Go on.
Any violent movement will set off water jets to soak users, sound an alarm, and automatically open the doors.
So if you're fighting in there, you've got an escape route.
If you ate Taco Bell earlier in the day, it's going to spray you with water, sound an alarm, and open the door.
Well, if you're an exhibitionist who's into loud sex, this sounds like a pretty, and probably some water sports, this sounds like a pretty sexy thing. Now, what I'm worried about of this is, what if your friend is in the bathroom stall puking and you go to check on them? You're going to get hosed.
Yes. And see, that would make more sense if it had a weight sensor that noticed when more weight was added suddenly, rather than just, the immediate weight. Oh, no, sorry, you're American. You got to get sprayed. But any violent movement. I mean, look, I don't mean to be gross, guys, but there's been times where I'm pretty sure I could set that off when I was doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Just, if you dropped your cell phone and you lean over to pick it up, I mean, how sensitive is this thing?
Yeah, that's a good question, really. I mean, these are public toilets as well. So, like, what if, like, a spider goes in there?
Yeah, and you freak out.
And you freak the fuck out. Like I was just leant back in my chair the other day, just playing a bit of Grand Theft Auto with the lads. Fucking poofing spider just walking next to me on the wall. And I went, spider! Dived out of my chair.
I also want to know, what kind of violent sex are they having over there?
Well, it's the sexy kind.
Welsh, mate. Sheep, they're very difficult to keep still. So,
especially in the bathroom.
Even if you are like putting their hind legs in your Wellingtons, it's still going to be quite violent.
You're doing. I get what you're saying, but you're having public sex. Aren't you trying to? Unless you are an exhibitionist, aren't you trying to keep that on the down low?
Well, they might be trying to do it really quickly.
I guess.
Now, what they really need is a sexy moan detector.
Yeah.
Welsh girls, sexy moan. Choose one.
Well, I mean, that's why she's having sex in the bathroom. She's not pretty.
The Welsh girl's moan is just bah.
Water jets will also be used to prevent smoking and drug taking. How do you know if somebody's shooting up heroin?
Oh, they probably mean like actual like smoking meth or something.
There's other kinds of drug take. Okay. That's drug phobic is what that is. That's crack phobic. yeah, these things cost £170,000.
That's where the taxpayers' money's going. Can you imagine this shit? Just like, ranting monkey, you're not going to believe this, right? I was having sex with my Deirdre in the public toilets down the road, right? And the next thing, I had water in my face. I couldn't believe it.
If they're going into a stall and closing the door, why is it any of your business?
Well, I think this
Wait,
is really just a polite way of saying that the Welsh smell and that this is actually a shower. And they're
clean them,
disguising it. Yeah, they're just trying to hose down the Welsh. I think this is anti-Welsh.
Just trying to get the sheep smell off.
Yeah, they're like, you smell like a sheep bugger. And
I took my sheep. His name's Dave, right? And I took him into the public toilet, grabbed him by the hind legs, and just started shagging him. Next thing you know, I've got hot and soapy in my fucking hair.
I understand what they're trying to do. I think that's a really stupid way of trying to do it.
I feel sorry for the people, like the public workers, you know, the people who have to clean those toilets on a regular basis. It's like, not only do they have to clean out the needles and the used condoms now, but they've got to squeegee all the water out of the bathroom.
yeah,
I think it would be really funny to go into the stall next to somebody and just randomly hit the wall really hard to make them jump.
You could see people right off of this, couldn't you? Badger German boys, like, when is Wales going to secede from the UK? There is a reason why they've never had independence.
They can't handle it.
Yeah. We've always owned Wales. Like the Scots, you know, they had a crack a few times. They've had independence throughout periods in history. The Welsh, though, they're awfully submissive.
I'm thinking you go into this place and you see somebody in the stall and just carry fake spiders with you. You mentioned the spider and throw them over the stall and watch what happens.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Or a fake snake, a realistic looking one.
You could really fuck with people with this.
You really could. And then what happens?
I do remember the film Black Sheep. Yeah. It's a very funny movie. It's from New Zealand, though. You kill zombie sheep by throwing mint sauce over them, and that's just fantastic.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Is it really Mr. Moo's birthday? Is that what I'm being told? I don't care if it is or not. I'm going to sing anyway.
Oh, no.
Mr. Moo, this one is for you. And a 1. And a 2. Happy
birthday to you.
Shabab, shabab.
Happy birthday
to
you.
Shabab, shabab.
Happy birthday, dear Mr. Moo. Fucking Moo.
Shabab, shabab.
Happy birthday
to you.
Hip hip hooray.
Happy birthday, Mr. Moo. Have a great one. I hope you really do.
There you go.
I don't mind the royal
I lost
family.
my train of thought now.
we were talking about how you can fuck with people in toilets. That'll blow its load on you.
You could just take an air horn.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just do it from the outside, like zero risk to yourself. Then.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, if you're in the bathroom itself, you don't go into the stall. Just throw shit over the top from there.
Well, the last time I heard people have sex in a stall next to me, which happens a lot at the dive bars I used to hang out at, I just started waiting till she started really getting into it and was like, oh yeah. And I was like, not yet. And then they got real quiet real fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure bars is where most white chicks have sex these days.
The Welsh, mate, they're just doing it everywhere, really.
There's lots of bouncing titties over on MITAM.
Do me in the valley. You know what's strange about the Welsh? Well, many things, I suppose, but the northern Welsh people actually sound like Scousers.
What's a Scouse?
People from Liverpool. You've heard me do the accent before.
Yes.
You know, hey mate, how's it fucking going, la? That's how they sound. It's really odd, very strange. I don't live too far from Wales anyway, so I live in Cheshire, which is right next door to North Wales. I'm actually going to Wales actually on Sunday.
Just to make fun of them, or
No, go to the beach, mate.
oh,
just to share the screen, give you guys something nice to look at for a change.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That's very nice.
They're nice and bouncy. Those are good corn-fed American titties.
Yeah, that means she's gonna get fat.
That's all right.
But
She's not right now.
exactly, and you need that warmth when you get older as well, because old people and the warm.
She's just gonna smother you with her jelly rolls while you're sleeping at some point for the insurance money.
Oh, Becca, number 4 there. Well played, young lady.
I like that autonomous sensory monkey response. That's right. This lady's jizzing everywhere. Monkeys should do an ASMR channel.
Look at this. Look at that.
That's what I think of when I think of America.
That is America right there.
Yeah, and she's got a little bit of a thigh gap too. See right through there.
And she's a little skinny for me, but I make an exception.
No,
that girl's cute as shit.
She's fine. She's okay. She's on the upper end, but not bad.
Upper end?
Well, I don't want her getting too heavy,
Oh, she does have the bigger titties there, so I get what you're saying.
Oh,
she's
Jack,
thin.
Monkey, have you two spoken about True Geordie yet?
I don't even know what that is.
No.
Oh, there's boobies. Remember, guys, try to cover up titties.
You know who True Geordie is. He's like the 7-foot barn door that promoted the KSI Logan Paul fight.
Not familiar. There's vagina over there now.
He got really big off of it. His Instagram DMs were leaked.
No idea, man.
Okay, fair enough.
I believe you, but no idea.
I'm gonna get them for you. He's a really, really big YouTuber. Really, really big YouTuber. Got really, really big off of the whole boxing stuff. He mainly focuses on soccer and stuff like that. But he's very, very popular, I suppose. A very big British YouTuber, anyway. And so it made the news, and his name was also trending on UK Twitter yesterday as well. And I was like, is he dead? But actually, this was somehow worse. His Instagram DMs were leaked, and I'm a kinky guy, Monkey. I've done some pretty some naughty things in my time, but goddamn, motherfucker, that True Geordie, holy shit, dude. Imagine a 7-foot man with a beard, bald head, looks like he'd eat you. Looks like he'd probably do very well in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine him having the sexual fantasy of being humiliated and being a bit of a sissy. So I'm just going to read these DMs to you, Monkey. In fact, I'm going to screen share them with you. I'm going to screen share them with you real quick because I think you can appreciate these, my dude.
Real quick, says Far says MITAM is lewd now. I don't know how to feel about it. Remember, we're still supposed to cover nipples and vagina. There you go.
Okay, so these are DMs he was sending somebody. The person he was DMing are unknown. He actually made the local news. So the police were telling people to be careful about, protecting their accounts and stuff because you never know. You never know. Mm-hmm. So he says, "Fuck, you can have whatever you want, mate." I can't do a Geordie accent. I'll read it normally. Even if you tell me to remove my penis so you can have the bigger dick while I'm fucking you, I will obey no matter how humiliating that is because you can have whatever you desire. Want to know a secret? Tell me. I have a bigger dildo that I haven't used. Bigger? How did it feel having that big black cock inside you? Fuck. Does bigger feel better? Devil emoji. Fuck. Would it be okay if I sucked it after it's been in you? I will deep throat it for you as I come inside your pussy after and can feel your pussy all stretched and know that you can take a bigger cock than mine and humiliate me. Maybe you could fuck my ass and shit on me.
What in the hell?
Well, that got worse quick.
It ain't over yet. I love it so much. Did you really enjoy it so much for so many reasons? Oh, what reasons? Well, I like pleasing you because I like you. I love the way your ass looks so big and juicy. It drives me wild. The fact it feels as my face sinks in between the big cheeks and your butthole opens up for my tongue to delve deep in as my face gets covering in ash juice. fucking love cleaning it out and the way it tastes. It makes me feel so degraded and having to clean you like a form of worship. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Bear, why, dude? Because I had to see it. So do you. That's why.
So
I don't know what to say to that.
He likes the weird shit, and now everybody knows. Who released that?
I don't know how those DMs were leaked. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you asking what's wrong with me when you should be asking what the fuck is wrong with him? You know, the guy is like 6'5". He's as wide as a friggin' door. You know, he just looks like a biker, you know, or a rugby player, and he's into that kind of shit. It's we call that gap moe in Japanese writing. I believe. I think.
I just don't understand why. At this stage of the game, why would you say that to anyone in text? It's gonna come out.
Yeah, it's
You're failing to see the meta aspect of this. Those were leaked, which is very humiliating for him.
Oh, and he likes the humiliation.
Yep.
Maybe he gave permission for that to get out. Being humiliated this way is better than that big cock in him.
It's like an intellectual stimulation as well as a sexual one.
Yeah, that's some weird shit. But hey,
yeah, as I said, right, I'm correct in this. Stop saying moe. It's gap moe. Gap moe, that's what I said. It's when a character does something completely contradictory to what their usual habits, personality, character, appearance dictates. There we go. That is gap moe. Not moe. Moe is a separate thing.
I don't know what any of that shit is.
I learned that from an anime YouTuber. I forget the guy's name. Annie News. I learned that from him. You can learn things on the internet, would you believe?
I don't do anime anything because I like women.
Well, I mean, it's not anime specific. It's just like Japanese writing.
Yeah, I don't do that either because I like women.
You don't like anime. You like women.
What?
Monkey. You know.
Yeah. I didn't say nothing. What's the matter?
Right. I'm coming to fucking Michigan, dude.
Try it. Come up here. Come hang out. You might like it. You'll never go back.
Are you saying that you're going to visit Monkey or that you're going to masturbate on a globe?
He's going to masturbate on a globe.
Inside Monkey's house.
Oh, fair enough.
That's right, James. That's fucking right. You're under your Irate Bear account, but StreamYard says Irate Alex. Yeah, that's because when you join StreamYard, you can type in a name that you want.
Any name you like.
That's right. And you could upload whatever, and of course, that's a very new feature. You could upload whatever avatar you like as well. It's not Google Hangouts, dude. It's not intrinsically linked to Google, so I could do what I want.
Can I just point out I'm upset that you said Gap Moe when that obviously says Gap Mo.
That's how it's pronounced, mate. And no, that's not a British thing. That's like Americans pronounce it like that as well.
Americans who wish they were Japanese and beat off to hentai. That says Gap Mo. That Mo. That's how you spell Mo from the Three Stooges. That's just fact.
All right, whatever, dude. I don't care.
Circus says Bear would like it here in Michigan. He probably would because it doesn't get that hot.
I'd probably dislike it because it's America.
There's that too. We have lots of guns up here. I don't know. How do you feel about snow? Because we get a shit ton of that.
I mean, I like playing in it. It's a lot of fun making snowmen and throwing snowballs and stuff. I mean, who doesn't, right?
I don't think
I like driving through it though.
I don't think you know enough about Michigan winters.
I don't think you know where Irate Bear's been before. The Falklands, 200. Don't forget, I've also been to the South Georgia as well, which is 200 nautical miles of Antarctica.
Oh well, then you probably have seen Michigan.
Yeah, I've seen icebergs, my dude. Like,
Well, it's not just seeing them; it's living in it for 6 months out of the year. If you're lucky, it's only 6 months.
I would like to live in Michigan, but I'd like to come see you at least.
Oh yeah, you should. You should come see me, and we should all move to Texas, where it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Dangerous Spaces said, Three Stooges, not Simpsons. You're not that old, man. When I think Mo, I think the Three Stooges, because I am that old. And two, I don't watch that much Simpsons. I like the Simpsons. I just don't watch it that much.
And everybody knows that the Three Stooges are timeless.
Indeed. All 5 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants me to say Darby. Okay, there you go. I just said it for you.
Who wanted you to say Darby? Oh, right there.
Johnny Bonsocco.
I don't know why you guys say that with an A. It's weird.
I didn't. I said Darby.
Yeah, it's an E, though.
Yeah, I didn't say there's not an A in it. I know.
But you say it with an A.
I didn't say it with an A. I said it with an E.
You said Darby.
No, I said Derby.
It's Derby.
No. There's a town here called Derby.
And you guys say it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, we don't.
They just spell it wrong.
Becca says Texas is a fantastic place to live. Just stay away from Austin. It's a shithole city. It is, yeah. It's because all the SJWs from California moved there. There's this huge migration, people leaving California because it's too expensive, and they don't realize that let's move to Texas and bring the same stupid policies with us is going to lead to the same problem. So they all moved to Austin.
Huh? It's almost like immigration.
Almost.
Well, I mean, each state pretty much acts like its own country, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You have laws, you have borders. Obviously, not like borders, but we do have borders on them.
The laws aren't as different as they used to been because the federal government has decided they know more.
Okay, that's not right, is it? That's not what America was built on.
No, it's supposed to be a republic, and each one is supposed to be able to make their own laws. But then the government comes in and goes, "No, we know better than you."
So you have governors for a reason, right?
You would think, yeah.
And representatives and senators for a reason.
Miles says the states are semi-autonomous, and you're right. Yeah, they should be, though. They should be.
You had a war over this shit, like.
Becca says Houston isn't as bad as Austin. It's close enough. I honestly wouldn't want to live in a big city. I'd live suburbs around the big city. I like looking at the city from afar.
Yeah.
And I like having clean air.
And messy, and crime is usually high.
I like clean air. I like nice lawns for my neighbors. Not for me. I want mine to be.
He says clean air as he's in his basement,
let it happen.
Himself out with cigarette smoke.
I got a window open. There's a window open right there. I can see it. The DMV in California is not allowing me to drive my car because they couldn't find my insurance in California, but I moved to Oklahoma. They're straight up committing fraud. What? You moved to Oklahoma. They couldn't find your insurance. California insurance is a pain in the ass. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, the Texas is going to shit because everybody from California moved there. Sorry, guys. You got California invading you from the left, and everyone else invading you from the south. Oh my goodness.
That's not good news for Texas, in my opinion.
Long term is definitely not. The only reason Beto did as well as he did is probably because of Austin. I think they can still, keep it red, but it's going to be a hard fight because, the dumbasses from liberals don't understand just because you move doesn't mean your problems are going to go away when the problems are your stupid fucking policies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they'd have to admit that those policies are stupid and don't work. And that's not going to happen.
No. Instead, we're going to nominate Bernie for president. I hope they please give me Beto. I want to watch Trump just joke about Beto for 6 months. Hey, Monkey, would you ever do a call-in show? Says Miles. Maybe. I can't right now, even if I wanted to. The way that my internet works, the only way I could do that would be to invite people on the stream. That's not exactly the same. Usually, if you do a call-in show, you're going to use something like Discord, so you can bring people in and bring them out. You have a lot more control over it, and it actually is more like a call-in show. Maybe we did a couple of shows actually, a long time ago. There was a weekend SDA wasn't going to be there, so me and Scribe we had viewers on, and it went okay. But there was a lot of downtime. You have a lot of problems with bad mics and stuff like that. So maybe if I could ever have the internet that allowed it. So as fuckers in California are screwed, it's up to you bastards. Hey, there's too many of y'all. Who is beating their keyboard?
Sorry, mate. I'm just typing out my announcement in the Irate Bear Discord that I will be deleting it on Thursday. And only keeping Irate Alex Discord and of course my members Discord as well.
Damn, I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah, I'm just downsizing, dude, because obviously I'm not making videos for Irate Bear anymore. I'm only going to be doing streams from time to time, and Irate Alex is now my main channel, and it takes 100% priority. So I'll be deleting Irate Bear Discord and only keeping Irate Alex Discord. So yeah.
You're one of two, well, I think now 3 Discords that I'm even in, so you're kicking me out. I feel bad.
Well, you should join Irate Alex Discord then.
I'm not joining any more Discords. I'm not playing. I don't use Discord. I have it for emergencies. I have a feeling we're going to end up having to use it anyway because of Hangouts coming to an end. And the other 2 are still using Hangouts right now, and eventually that's going away. So they're going to have to figure a different platform. So
the browser version of Hangouts is going away.
Say what now?
The browser version of Hangouts. Remember, there are 2 versions of Hangouts, Monkey.
No, all Hangouts is going away.
Well, shit, the bed.
Yeah, they're
Discord is shit as well for communication. For fuck's sake.
They're getting rid of. They announced Hangouts is going away. Earlier this year, I think, is when they actually made that announcement. They're switching over completely to Meet, man. And
you should be able to use Meet as a form of communication, right?
You can if you have a Google. What's it called? Google. It's not Google Plus. It's Google something account that you pay for.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that as of like 2 months ago, Meet had a free version, but they're moving it so that they've gotten rid of that. There's no mention of that online anymore. It is just the Meet that's part of their Google business package, Google Suite. Thank you, RJ. Yeah, you have your company has to have a Google Suite account.
Okay,
and then the people in your company can each have their own entrance into it, but yeah, somebody has to be paying for it from all I can find.
Sounds like a scam. Not gonna work.
It's not. There's too many other ways for companies to do things free. But if they're making it just part of a Google Suite and people are already using that for like Gmail and stuff, they might get some users. But it's going to be more for it's just conference calling for companies now, basically. Danger says, I only use Discord for the beauty and beta call-in show. I'm not sure the real value beyond things like that. It's basically a message board. So whatever value, like there's a lot of people who go and hang out on the Discord for different video games and stuff. So you can talk a lot of times directly to the developers and shit. But
you can stream with Discord, can't you?
Can you actually stream with it?
I think you can. You can. I don't know whether that's a paid feature because there's like Discord Nitro, but I'm fairly sure that you can stream using that platform. Like it has a screen share function and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I've never been the biggest fan of Discord because its optimization is shit. And now I don't have to use it, so I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
But guys, I'm going to wrap this one up because I'm getting a little bit tired here. And I may or may not do a game stream here in just a little bit because I am going to go eat. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm either going to eat or I'm either going to sleep or play video games. We'll see what happens. But I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It's always a pleasure to talk with you fine folks. You're amazing. I love you. Thanks for coming by. Thank you so much for the financial support this evening as well. In a very serious way, you complete me. Thank you so much for supporting me and the people on the dais. Don't forget to support them as well. Jack, anything you want? Oh, Jack's muted.
Oh,
Bear, is there anything you'd like to shill today?
Yes. Obviously, guys, I do keep mentioning it over and over again, but you know, I'm effectively, you know, I'm going to get a job, and I'm only really going to have time to make videos for one channel. So please subscribe to Irate Alex. Also, that's my latest Lord Bear video, guys. I just threw in the chat. Please go check that out. It's always a good time with Lord Bear.
Tonight we'll be on Scribe Light's channel for Lords of the Night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. No game stream scheduled after that because it's our days off for the next 3. So if I don't play this morning, I'll definitely play tonight after Lords of the Night. We're just going to sit here and hang out for a minute until Jack gets back.
Yeah, while I'm here as well, Mr. Collins there brings up a great point. I should share my wife's latest video.
Oh, indeed.
Which obviously I did the editing for, but the lighting's a bit, you know, poo. I tried to fix it in Vegas, but it's not the best in the world. Her phone isn't the best camera in the world. So if you like speed drawings, and some like coloring and shading and type of stuff, guys, you can go check that out. Go subscribe to her. She will be producing a lot more content as I go to work. Also, I might do a stream in a minute just to kind of like talk to the people. Also, if any of my patrons are here, please go log into Patreon and respond to the message that I sent to everybody. My patrons aren't very receptive, and that's not good news. I need them to be able to be kind of like respond.
And there's Jack. Jack, we're wrapping up the show. Is there anything you'd like to shill today?
No, I'm good.
We waited for that.
Sorry, there's a bumblebee in the house, and I had to kill it.
No, that's fine, man. No, it's just I hadn't seen that you had did the BRB, or I would have waited and done this in a more fluid way. But as you guys know, least professional monkey on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming and hanging out. Jack, Bear, thank you guys for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful Tuesday, even though Tuesdays suck. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Yeah, breakfast with Bear, guys.
Go watch. Takes so long to end the stream.